Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about Jupiter's transit into Scorpio. This is a big change. Jupiter, whenever it changes signs, it's going to go to a place in our charts, changing our lives to where there is a place of expansion. Everyone gets excited when we talk about Jupiter. Jupiter is expansion, opportunities, fun, wealth, all the good things in life. But sometimes a little bit too much of these things are not exactly what we need. We need balance, and that's where Saturn comes in. But I'm not talking about Saturn today. I want to talk about Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet that makes us smile because we know that good things are coming when we talk about Jupiter. Where is Jupiter in our charts? So Jupiter is going to change signs. This is going to be October 11th, 2018. And it will pretty much stay in the sign of Scorpio till, well, it's going to kind of transit out for 3 weeks, the end of March and 3 weeks of April. It will actually go into Sagittarius, but then it's going to back up into Scorpio, where it's going to remain till November 4th of 2019. So basically, it stays in Scorpio for almost a solid year. And Scorpio is a sign of passion. Scorpio is a sign of emotion, deep emotion. And it is a very prosperous sign. And I love the intensity and the passion that this sign has. Jupiter likes to be in Scorpio because it is a friend sign. Scorpio's ruled by Mars. And the whole time that Jupiter is transiting in the sign of Scorpio, it does empower Mars as the dispositor of Jupiter during this entire period. But let's just talk about how Jupiter is going to affect you individually based on your chart. Remember, I am talking about the sidereal placements of where the planets are in Vedic astrology. I'm not talking about Western astrology. Western astrology is off. It's a different sign. So we're in Scorpio. Western astrologers see Jupiter transiting in Sagittarius. But Scorpio is where it's going to really give the emotion, the intensity, the power of the Vedic chart. So if you don't know your Vedic chart, what I'm going to be going over is the different ascendants and the moons, because when it's your ascendant, it is your environment. It's what's happening to you. But the moon, if Jupiter, where it is relative to where your natal moon is in your chart, will give a deep indication on how you're feeling throughout this year. So it's best to look at both the ascendant and the moon sign. And if you want to find your Vedic sidereal ascendant or moon sign, you can always go to my website, which has a free chart calculator, which is galacticcenter.org. So with that, let's talk about Jupiter, its point of expansion, its point of opportunities. Where it is in our chart is going to light up our life. So let's begin with the sign of Aries, because if your moon or your ascendant is in Aries, this means Jupiter will be transiting your 8th house. The 8th house is all about finances and money through other people. So if there's been some inheritances or things that you've been waiting on, where you're waiting for money to come to you through others, through different means, this is the year it will come. And of course, it does deal with inheritances. So there can be money come through either people's legacies or deaths or things of that nature with Jupiter transiting the 8th house. Now, the 8th house is also our intuition and psychic ability. Things will come to you, flashes of insight, things beyond this world. This is going to be a very psychic time. And the 8th house deals with psychology, research, so you can get to the bottom of things that have been bothering you for a long time. Psychoanalysis, understanding the self at a deep core level. This is Jupiter transiting in the 8th house. It can also represent that money can come to you through partnerships or your spouse or through divorce. Why? Because it's the 2nd house from the 7th. Jupiter in the 8th house will activate your partner's money or money coming to you through them. This is what the 8th house is all about. But ability to go deep, to find answers, research things. The mind is intense while Jupiter's in Scorpio in the 8th house. If your ascendant is Taurus, this means that Jupiter is transiting in your 7th house. This is relationships. This can bring you together with someone. This can be a marriage proposal. This can mean intensity, deepness, connection through partners, through relationships, or business partners come alive and really offer great things that can really up the business. Because the 7th house has a lot of connotations to business, being the 10th from the 10th. So the 7th house really gives opportunities through business, through partnerships, deepening the connections and the relationships. So if your ascendant is Gemini or your moon is in Gemini, Jupiter will be transiting your 6th house. This is a time to get healthy, to change old habits and patterns that have been holding you back. Get on that diet that makes you feel better, lose weight. This is what Jupiter in the 6th house gives opportunities for. And maybe even getting into cooking. And it's a time to clean out things, it's a cleansing of the body as well. But Jupiter in the 6th house can give great associations with work partners, with people in the workspace. And maybe it's a time if you have a business and you feel like you need more help, it's a great time to hire new employees. Hey, if you're looking for a new pet, this is a time to adopt a new pet. And I say that because my ascendant is Gemini and I have been without a dog for a year. So get ready, because my YouTubes are going to start having barking in the background pretty soon again. It's been a little too quiet. So the 6th house is also the house of service and helping others. This is a time that you will get out there and it will give you the compassion and ability to really help others that are in need and feel the connection from giving. The 6th house is also the house that we feel like work becomes important. If you're looking for a job, you will have plenty of work with Jupiter transiting in your 6th house. So if your ascendant is Cancer or your moon is in Cancer, this means that Jupiter is in your 5th house. You may be having a baby, bringing a new birth into this world, whether it is an actual baby or some creative endeavors that expand who you are. You feel the need to express yourself. Also, this is a great year for investing and investments. That's another 5th house variable. But the 5th house deals with the need to express yourself, arts, creativity, and the creative juices will be just gushing forth. This is a powerful, fun year because the 5th house is the house of fun and entertainment, the arts, galleries, movies, sporting events, coming together with others in this respect, but many opportunities to open the mind and see things differently. So if your ascendant is Leo, then this means that Jupiter will be transiting the 4th house and the moon in Leo. This will be relative to the 4th house. 4th house is home, family gatherings. You might have just moved into a new home because Jupiter here in the 4th house gives you the ability to start decorating, settling in, grounding, feeling at home with where you're living. And it's also a time for family reunions and gatherings, coming together, a closeness with the mother. If your mother's no longer here, the memory of your mother will come in and really bring joy and happiness. Remember this. The fourth house is the house of happiness, because if you don't feel a sense of security, you are not capable of being happy. So you feel secure, you feel happy, content. You feel happy in your heart and in your soul. This is Jupiter in the fourth house. So if your ascendant is Virgo, this means that Jupiter is transiting in your third house. Or your moon being in Virgo, this is a time that you can take up new hobbies, new artistic pursuits. And Jupiter in the third house, you'll go on trips. Many short ones, you feel like you're constantly in the car, transiting, going places, or you can go on a wonderful trip. The fact is you'll be traveling more. And Jupiter here, you will have an appreciation and a connection more with brothers and sisters, maybe trips and connections to travel to see them. And you'll be taking new classes. Learning is a passion with Jupiter transiting the third house. So you're learning new things, taking new classes, going back to school, reading more, educating yourself more, communicating more, coming together more with old people and friends, because the third house, you feel the need to talk, connect better with others. So anything to do in the realm of advertising, networking, anything that brings you together with others will become more intense and more powerful during the time that Jupiter transits in your third house. So if your ascendant is Libra or your moon's in Libra, this means that Jupiter is transiting the second house. This is fantastic for wealth and money. Jupiter's abundance. Jupiter is expansion in the second house of wealth and money. You should be doing well this year financially. Plus, the second house can deal with family matters. So you're happier with your connections with your family, with people around you. This brings joy, happiness. The things you say, you're able to express yourself so much better with Jupiter in the second house, because the second house deals with our mouth, our speech. It could be the time to get that dental work done. Things will turn out well with that. So you will be able to speak your truth. Jupiter is the truth. Jupiter is that powerful spiritual planet. It deals with abundance, but also deals with finding your truth, therefore speaking your truth and being heard. That's Jupiter transiting in your second house. Now, Jupiter being in Scorpio, if your ascendant or moon is in Scorpio, guess what? It's in your first house. You have been waiting for this, because this is the time of new beginnings, new starts, new awareness, expansion in your life, so many new opportunities. But one thing they do say is that when Jupiter is in the second house, your body could expand. So watch what you're eating. It can have those effects. But overall, maybe they have the effects of gaining weight because you're so happy. You're eating, you're celebrating, you're going places that there's more delicious food. But one way or another, Jupiter in the first house is the time of a new awakening, new beginning. You'll have a new look, a brand new confidence about you. This is definitely a positive, and it beats last year for you, because last year there was all the things were coming to a close and endings before this necessary, exciting new beginning. So if your ascendant is Sagittarius, this means that transiting Jupiter is in your 12th house. And I find that when Jupiter transits the 12th house, you will travel to many foreign places, foreign countries, over the water, go on cruises, overseas, something far away. Jupiter in the 12th house gives you a sense of peace, relaxation, vacations, rest, but that comes after the closure of many things from your past, wrapping up things, bringing things to an end. It can mean retirement, because for so long you've been waiting to retire and begin something new later, but you've got to bring things to an end. So it deals with finishing up the finality of things. And being in the 12th house, you will find you rest more. This is the house of sleep. And it's also a house that deals with psychic awareness and letting go of things. So forgiveness and letting go of the past hurts and resentments that prevented you from your spiritual growth. This is a very spiritual placement and will bring opportunities later through the developments and the awareness that the spiritual transformation will bring. So, if your ascendant is Capricorn, this means that Jupiter is transiting in your 11th house. The 11th house is groups, friends, and organizations. So you're going to be meeting new people, powerful people, influential people, new connections. And the 11th house, since it deals with the elder siblings, it means that you'll get along better with your older siblings. There's a better connection. Maybe you're visiting them more. But most of all, the 11th house can deal with our hopes, our dreams, and our wishes. And this can mean the manifestation of them. Because the 11th house is also the house of great gains. Money that comes from in one big lump sum, such as the sale of a property, sale of a business, but something that will bring money all at once, not necessarily from a paycheck. That's Jupiter transiting the 11th house. But social events take off. You're meeting new people. You have new meaningful friends in your life. People that really connect with you, that you feel deeply and passionately about. So if your ascendant is Aquarius, this means that Jupiter is transiting your 10th house. This is always going to be career opportunities, expansion in your career and your business. Your reputation rises to a higher place. People recognize, know you, appreciate you. So this could be the time of promotions, job promotions, or bonuses. One way or another, where you're working, you will be noticed, you will get recognition, and your boss will really, really appreciate you. But if you've been wanting to start your own business, now's the time. It's time to expand your awareness with business, and the opportunities will come. So this is all about big things happening on the business and career front, with Jupiter being in your 10th house. So if your ascendant is Pisces, or your moon, then this means Jupiter's in your 9th house. And the 9th house is the house that deals specifically with long distance travels, going to mystical faraway places. And Jupiter, remember, is the planet of teachers and spirituality. This could be the time of finding that teacher that gives you the guidance and the direction you've been looking for. The guru, the teacher. Jupiter in your 9th house. And it's also a time that you feel better connected with your truth, with what you believe in this world. Your spirituality opens, your mind, your heart, your connection to the divine. How beautiful is that when Jupiter is transiting the 9th house? The 9th house is also the house of the Father. So therefore you will find a better connection coming together, open-heartedness, with your Father. Whether he is here or not here, you will find that things will arise that will reflect and give connection to your greatest teacher on earth, your Father, the one that provided for you. And even if he didn't, there is a healing with that, with Jupiter transiting in your 9th house. But higher education, school, going back to college, getting that doctorate. And remember, the 9th house deals with publishing. It's the time that all of these things will come together with education, learning, and possibly even publishing that book that you've been working on for so long. So with that covers all 12 signs and how transiting Jupiter is going to affect you coming up here in the year of 2019 and starting in a few days. So get ready and start experiencing the beauty, the prosperity, the opportunities that Jupiter is here to bring you. So remember, Jupiter is the great teacher and protector, and good things will come of this. So I'd like to close, and if you would like to learn more or to read more about, I'll have this transcript of Jupiter through the 12 signs. You can always go to my magazine, which is astrologicmagazine.com. And if you want to learn Vedic astrology, I have a university, University of Vedic Astrology.com, or to get a reading or learn more about me, go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Thank you.